Hey everybody, it's Todd, the ETF Professor, back with you. Today I want to talk about something important, and that is what's been going on with the Market Vectors Vietnam ETF this week. That's ticker VNM. Just want to start off by saying I don't sugarcoat things. I'm a straightforward guy, no BS. That's how I was raised. I think that's what you all want out of me and expect out of me. That's how we're going to build trust. So I'm going to tell it to you straight. We're going to have straight talk right now, and simply put, VNM has been getting its butt kicked this week. It's been taken to the woodshed. Whatever other somewhat negative euphemism we want to use to describe an ETF that has just been walloped, that is the case with VNM. A large part of the reason, arguably all the reason, is this gentleman we're looking at, a man named Win Duke Keen. I'm 100% I said that name incorrectly, so please forgive me. Mr. Keen, as you can tell here from the caption on the picture, he founded the Asia Commercial Bank, and he owns a soccer team in Vietnam. In other words, he is the Vietnamese equivalent of a tycoon. He is also the reason why VNM's chart, which was looking halfway decent for the past couple of weeks, now looks very verboten. And right now, let's look at exactly why Mr. Keen's shenanigans have hurt VNM so much. VNM, like many emerging markets ETFs, is heavily weighted towards the financial services sector. That's typically the reason, because that is often the first sector in a developing country to move forward. They have the biggest companies, what have you. And as you can see, we're looking at VNM's sector breakdown. 17.5% to banks, another 9.2% to diversified financials. Throw in almost 6% to insurance companies. Add those three together, you have a third of VNM's weight is exposed directly or indirectly to the sector that Mr. Keen has roiled so massively with his antics this week. Like I said, I'm not a lawyer in the U.S., let alone well-versed in Vietnamese law, so I can't go into all the charges and stuff, but it's graft, corruption, bribery, all that kind of stuff that you expect with emerging markets tycoons when they get in trouble. Right now I want to look at the weekly chart of VNM, and before I get too into detail here, like I said earlier, I don't like to sugarcoat things. I'm not going to tell you that this is a great time to run and buy VNM, that you should put all of your IRA or your retirement account into it. I frankly probably wouldn't be too crazy about buying anything more than a couple hundred shares, maybe 100, 200 right now. But the point of me showing you the weekly chart, and so this is going back to late 2009, as you can see that VNM has a history, if you will, a tradition of volatility and controversy. Here's a great example, mid 2010 down from 2650 to 22. But these are very tradable moves. I'm not saying be short, but there are times when VNM bottoms and makes a nice run higher, 22 to almost 26. Even if you waited a little bit, you could have gotten out around 25, taken profits there. And you have another opportunity long here around 21.30, and then chopped around up to almost 25 before coming back down to 22. I mean, you would have been perfect again to catch this around 22 and ride it all the way up to almost 30. But the point is, VNM does this, and it's usually because of some type of controversial event, a bad inflation number, the Vietnamese central bank devaluing the dong, which is Vietnam's currency. I kid you not, it is called the dong. Here we saw this nasty move down late last year. But when it bottomed, even if you had waited for nearly $2, and I waited a little bit more, we still caught a great trade, 14% from around here to there. But had you even gotten in sooner, you still caught a great trade. The point of what I'm telling you here is VNM does things like this, and after a little bit, the smoke clears and you end up with a great potential trade.